What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 107 of Lyon Live, here in Football Manager 2019. If you missed last episode, you know what I'm going to say with the rest of this, don't you? Go check it out. This is the tactic we played for the last game of last episode. We lost 3-0. I don't intend to start this system in any of our remaining matches this year. It was such a disaster that I'm scarred for life. So we're going to go back to the 3 at the back system, starting with today's first game of the episode against Betis. Moise Kean, as a reminder, did get injured. He's out now for 10 days to 3 weeks, so a little bit of time without him. Not going to be easy. We, of course, have Maulida who could come in. Gabels is back and raring to go. Is it weird that I kind of like Stavarace? He looks incredible, this guy. I've got this weird soft spot for him, and to be fair, he's done quite good for us so far, so I may even play him as the complete forward on support. The only thing he's really lacking is long shots and jumping reach, but I'm willing to look past that. You know what? I'm going to give him a start, I think, against Betis. Of course, we won the first leg of the Europa League semi-final 3-0, so we go into this game with a good little kind of chance really to make the final. If we just look at the league here, you can see we're currently 6 points behind PSG. I thought we played 2 games less than them, but apparently we've only played 1 game less than them. So yeah, we need them to slip up. I did not realise how bad that result was against Auxerre. That is disastrous. We need to catch them. We need Monaco to beat them. I think that's their next game. They're playing Monaco on Sunday. We'll have to wait and see. I think that's when we've got Marseille too. Anyway, there are some Ligue 1 games going on here. Actually, they're playing today. Okay, that surprises me. PSG top and taking on Dijon. We play Dijon, I think, later in today's episode. They've got Monaco coming up on Sunday, which is when I thought their next game was. I guess I got confused because Monaco's next game is PSG. Right, so that's kind of big. Can Dijon or Monaco do us a favour in today's episode? It's what we require. Dijon, never cared for you ever. Just get anything against them. A point, a win, something. For me, Dijon. Can't say I'm holding out a whole lot of hope here. Dijon, 3-2. 3-2. You came close, Dijon. You tried. Can we give them a you tried sticker? Do we have one of those? Like a gold star? It's probably what they deserve. Right, we go into this game against Betis. The fixture congestion is kind of crazy. Right, so you can see here the league table. We're currently 9 points behind PSG, but with 2 games in hand. If they lose to Monaco, goal difference becomes a factor. Unfortunately, our goal difference is 10 worse than theirs. We would need to really demolish some teams in our remaining games. I don't really like the look of the league table right now. We were in such a good position up until that Auxerre game. That has really caused us some problems. We'll have to hope that we can turn things around and win our remaining games. Of course, that's one thing we've got to worry about. The other thing we've got to worry about is this game here against Betis. As I said, we've kind of already got 1 foot in the final, so I am actually going to use this as an opportunity just to rotate things a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but there's a few players who I would like to give a little more football to. It's still a very strong team that we're going to be able to put out despite any rotation that I do. I'm wondering if I want to do any rotation at the back. You know what? I think we'll keep things with our defence largely unchanged. It feels like a bit of an unnecessary risk. The rest of the team, though, looks very, very solid. Obviously, looking at the likes of Stavarace, who I am going to give the nod to ahead of Maulida, to show us what he's made of. We're at home for this game. We did beat them, of course, in the first leg 3-0, so any kind of win here would put us in pole position to get through. You know, 1 goal and suddenly they need 4. Even 3 seems like a quite tall order against them, but, well, we've got to be at our best. We've got to be better than we were against Auxerre, because we conceded 3 in our most recent game 2 or 3 days ago. Put that to the back of your mind, boys. Another reason for doing some of the rotation, I guess, with the final third of midfield is the fact that we have got the game against Marseille, who are only 5th or 6th in 2 days' time or 3 days' time. There is not a lot of recovery, given where this kind of fixture currently sits in terms of the current scoreline. It feels only natural that perhaps we should just go, I guess, a little more attacking. Or not a little more attacking, a little bit more rotatey. Can we defend things here? We can't. That's concerning. No immediate decision. We could be going to VAR for an offside. I'm hoping that VAR is going to bail me out here. I don't think it's going to, but I want to believe. I feel like this is going to be given and it's going to be 1-0 and we're going to be nervous to start. Is it going to be given? The players seem to think it's going to be. The goal's confirmed. I mean, built down this left-hand side by Kevin Rodriguez, gives the ball to Grujic, makes a run in behind, finds some space to number 16, whips it back post. Donnarumma. That's how I'm going to describe that attempted save. It was a bit of a could have been better, could have been worse. It is slightly concerning now that we are in a game here and it's 23 minutes gone and we're a goal down already. Now, I know we've got a bit of a cushion, but given the rotation I've done, after last game, I'm a little bit concerned about throwing away stuff to end the year. Can Trincao do something for us? He makes an effort to save Lenglet. Oh, why didn't you shoot Iwazek? He was offside anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. Was a chance. Sunday on a yellow card is slightly concerning. I mean, half-time, 1-0, it's okay. He says through gritted teeth whilst kind of scowling at his screen. Bayer in the other game, by the way, they are now 2 goals up. To stand any chance of going through, Roma are going to need to score 3 second-half goals. I can't see it happening, so maybe things are starting to, well, click into place, I guess, in terms of the Europa League final. We need to hold on here, though. 45 minutes left. Of course, they could win, or they could score 3, but that would only take it extra time. Sunday's apparently made a lot of mistakes today. He's also on a 6.3. You know what? I'm going to take him off. I'm going to haul him off the pitch, bring in Kai Havertz to play out on the right-hand side of midfield. Despite the fact he's left-footed, I feel like he can do a job for us there. And, well, there's already only 20 minutes left. This has not been a game full of chances, has it? You can see the league, well, not the league, the stats. It's kind of all in our favour despite the fact we're a goal down. We do need to be wary though. Christian Tello trying to punish us behind. Back to Donnarumma we go. You can see here they've not had a clear cut or kind of half chance at all. Slightly edged out possession, although not all that convincing really. But in terms of shots and shots on target, we are definitely in a better position, shall we say. Anyway, Lenglet to lump the ball forward to Stavarace. What can he do, the number 11? He cuts inside, gets blocked off initially. Could lay it off, doesn't need to. I mean, maybe we just play him every game. He's a god. The Romanian Titan strikes again. It's his 9th goal of the year. Lenglet is going to get the assist. The number 11 here. You wonder where he's going with it. He kind of gets a little dispossessed. The ball gets away from him. He collects himself, knocks it around the defender, and then just does that. That's a good finish, isn't it? Has every right to wheel away in celebration. That is just a top draw finish by the player. And they need 3 more goals. And that's going to be all she wrote for this game. We can breathe a sigh of relief. I'm going to take out our... is there anyone else I want to particularly save? Eder Militao, Diaz, come in. What I don't want now is one of our key players to get a booking that would result in an accumulation that makes them suspended for the final. I'm not actually sure how that works with the Europa League, to be fair. But it is one of my lingering fears. Stavarace scored again. Right, starts the next game against Marseille. He's earned his spot. 10th goal of the year for him. Markovic has got the assist. We're going to win the game on the night 2-1, which is, I guess, is it nice. Would have been a little bit underwhelming to draw 1-1 to go through. 5-1 on aggregate looks significantly more emphatic. And after, well, recent performances, I feel like we've been overdue a bit of a turnaround and a bit of a convincing win. I guess we had that last time against Betis where we beat them 3-0, but I don't know. It's a good way to respond after the defeat 3-0 in our previous game, it feels like, particularly with now a run of league games to focus on. Good win on the night. We're through to the Europa League final. We're in the French Cup final as well. Bayer running out and, well, doing it quite convincingly. Sharas, interestingly enough, being the big player for them in terms of getting a goal. He's not played that well since we sold him to them for £27 million. I'm beginning to think that we got the better of that deal. I realise I've said that. We now have to play them in the Europa League final. He's going to score a free kick. I've already seen it. Going to be a big game for us, though. Stavarace, man of the match. You were superb. Now I have to think about the Marseille game we've got coming up. And actually looking at it, we've got a few injuries and a few key players suspended, so this could be interesting. Stavarace will start the game. He's earned that, right. Lucas Romero is going to have to come in at defensive midfielder. That's going to bring Renato Sanchez in. And Ndombele is also out. I mean, maybe we've got to go with Kareem Thomas at box-to-box midfielder. Or we could go with Aouar. Aouar's probably the safer bet, even though he's not as comfortable playing there. Havertz isn't as good at playing centre mid, but he could also possibly play there. I'm trying to think of who's better defensively out of Havertz and Aouar, and I think it's Aouar. So with that in mind, I think we'll play him as the deeper of the two central midfielders. But yes, not an ideal situation in terms of some of the suspensions we've got coming up. The other thing I've absolutely got to remember to do here is rest everyone because, well, you can see just looking through the team, players are exhausted here. We have already got some players out rested. I need to unrest them. It's a bit annoying here. I'm sure you've experienced this, but basically you can only unrest player. Well, you can only re-rest players once you've unticked all the ones who are currently resting. Romero isn't actually resting. It's weird. So you have to recall them to training, then reselect them all and hit rest. I don't understand why this is a thing. Fix it, please, SI. My one feature request for FM20. Because otherwise Sunday would come back tomorrow, and actually I want to give him an additional 2 days. Right, I mean, the focus now goes on our home game against Marseille, I guess. Our big rivals. And an eye goes towards that PSG game against Monaco. Monaco, please do us a favour. There's not many games left for them. Like, we've got a few games left to play because of all the games in hand. The reality is, Monaco and PSG have not got that. I think they've got 2 or 3 games each after this game coming up. 38 games in a year. So yeah, Monaco are only going to have 3 games left after... Oh, sorry, PSG only going to have 3 games left after this. The time for them to slip up is kind of shrinking, unfortunately for us. Anyway, we've got Marseille next. They're in 6th. We are at home for it, so I would back us, but against our rivals, it's still just a bit of a nervy match to have to play in. 4 players called up for the French Under-20 World Cup squad. That's good to see. We'll get match reports on those players. So we got Barreau, who's the fullback. He's very, very good, isn't he? Got Gary Vigier, who looks very good as well, age 17. I don't remember this guy. Apparently he's been around for a few years doing well. Voicing Verdier, we signed a few years ago now from Rennes for 2.5 million. Not developed quite as much as I would have liked. And the last player we got is Mark Maynard, who looks okay. Not great, not terrible, just meh. Anyway, there are some Saturday games going on here in League 1. Not ones that we need to worry about, though. The big game is the game tomorrow for us against Marseille and then PSG v Monaco. I wonder who is going to be playing first out of these teams here. Let's take a look. I was about to say, I'd guess that we'll be later on in the day, but we'll have to wait and see. I'd rather that we play... I feel like I'd rather we play second. We're not playing second, we're playing first. The reason I'd rather play second is because then I know what PSG have done, and if PSG have won against Monaco, we kind of shrug our shoulders and go, well, there's less pressure on us now. It's not the be-all or end-all. You know what? I'm actually going to bring in Kareem Thomas or Lucas Romero because he's struggling a little bit for match fitness. So a degree of rotation in our team, but still a squad that should be comfortably dispatching of our rivals here in Marseille. Let's see how we get on, shall we? They're playing that 4-4-2 that we've come up against a few times. We beat them, you may remember, I think it was the French Cup we played them in. We won that well, hoping that we can win this game here and at least put pressure on PSG. At least say to them, hey, you know, you've got to go and play Monaco now and get a result. But to stand any chance of winning the league, we have to win all our remaining games. They have to lose against Monaco or one of their other games, and even then goal difference would then be the factor. So really, I would love to win against Marseille by a few. Stavarace, he could be offside here. I'm not going to celebrate it because I'm scared. We're going to VAR. If he's just scored, the Romanian wonder kid is making himself a legend. I'm scared to say it earlier. I think the goal's going to be given. It is going to be given. Stavarace, what a player. What a player. Havertz gives it to the back post. I mean, who needs Moise Kean? We've got our Romanian hero in our ranks. It's his 3rd goal in his last 2 games for the club. What a way to, well, fill, I guess, the void of Moise Kean. Throw in here now for Marseille in their own half. Can we force an error out of them? First, force a turnover of possession. Luis Gustavo gets it forward quite well to Chucho here, who now gives it to Bergwijn, the the Dutch winger. I know that's definitely not how you say his name, but I'm just going to go with it. A little bit scared of what they could do in the wide area here. Chucho turns his man, and well, it's Juan Hernandez. I guess Chucho is his shirt name. Don't recall ever seeing him play real football, so I don't know if he has Chucho on his shirt. I guess he does. Juan Chucho Hernandez. I mean, I don't like what I've seen there. We've let him turn. We've let him get away this shot. I feel like Militao's not really respected him enough there, and it's a good little finish. It puts Marseille back in the game. Their first chance of it. And, well, they've scored it. Fair play to them. Set piece here for Sunday here. Whips it in. Stavarace scored again. Get out of here. Get out of here, Stavarace. What are you doing? What is he eating? Like, is he having Weetabix every morning? Let's get Weetabix for the entire squad. It's a lovely little finish. I don't know why Weetabix is his secret. It sounds good in my head. It's 2-1. He's got another. Back ahead, another set piece here. Sunday whips it in. Havertz is there and he scored. This is really important. If we can win by a few goals, it's going to help our goal difference in that head-to-head against PSG. Making the most of set pieces. Sunday with another superb ball in, and Kai leaps like a salmon, stings like a bee. Perez can't put the ball where it needs to be protected from. That was a terrible attempt at rhyming. I'm sorry. Anyway. Vargas, get another, embarrass them. It's gone over the bar. I'm getting carried away here. Stavarace scored 4 goals in 2 games and all the blood's rushed to my head. Half-time, 3-1. We've been all over them. Frankly, they've not been at the races. They had that one half chance which they took, but besides that, really not created a great deal. Just going to tell the players I'm very happy. I could warn them against complacency, but I don't necessarily feel like that's required against our rivals. This isn't a game where we're going to go into it and underestimate them. The players know that this is a local derby. They know it's a game that the fans really care about. They're going to want to do more. Stavarace, have a go. I mean, it's not. If he scores a hat-trick there, we just get up and walk away with 20 seconds into the second half. He's scoring from there. Unfortunately, he's hit it wide and it wasn't a particularly good effort. I mean, I really want him to get a hat-trick now. I'm going to take off Gabels for Maulida. Could also bring in Bast for Hour. I think we'll do that change. Give Bast a little bit of game time, the young German. I mean, Stavarace, I can't believe what I've seen from him. Threw him in the team for the game against Betis just because, well, he's a good player. Like, he's very, very good, to be fair to him. But it was just a case of, well, the game's kind of done at 3-0. We might as well give a youngster some game time. He scored 2, so I've gone, well, we'll play him again against Marseille. You know, he's earned another chance, and he's just turned up huge for us so far in this game. Havertz to Bast. Shouldn't shoot, probably will. Lays it to Stavarace, actually, unselfishly, who attempts to get in across. It wasn't a particularly good effort. Ball cleared by Marseille, but only as far as Lenglet, who lays it back to Bast now. Sunday, a few assists under his belt already. What can he do here? To Kai at the edge of the box. Turns on his left peg, kind of anticipating the shot, goes to Vargas. Can we get it into the middle? We can. Bast is there. Falls to Maulida. Should turn, should hit it, should score, does score. 4-1. Very, very good. We need big wins like this. Goal difference could still be a factor. 11th goal of the season for him. Vargas involved in the build-up play. Tries to give it to Bast, who kind of gets dispossessed, and fortuitously it falls to Maulida. But like that fox in the box that he is, like the poacher that we require for chances like that, he knows where to be, he knows where the ball's going to go, he gets there and he slots it away really convincingly. 4-1. Could we get a 5th? I'm going to demand more. 4 minutes left. Why not demand more? Set piece here in their half. Could potentially get caught out on the break here as Juan Hernandez is going to look for the ball forward to Kouame. Clean through, hits it, Donnarumma. I mean, if we win by 1 goal, the league, look back on that save as the difference maker by Donnarumma. That is a massive, massive stop in the one-on-one. Obviously, it doesn't really change this tie particularly, but it could change the season. Stavarace looking for the hat-trick, wide angle, should cross it, does cross it. Maulida makes it 5. Our goal difference is really starting to benefit here. Really starting to benefit. We've taken a lot of half chances in this game. Good to see Maulida and Stavarace being the goal scorers as well. I was worried a bit with Moise Keane out, we might struggle. maybe I've not got to worry quite so much. That's a really good goal with 30 seconds left. We are not, settling for 4-1. We're pushing on. We're trying to get more, and we've got another. Completely, humiliated our rivals here, which is absolutely fantastic. Now we need Monaco to do us a favour. I mean, I just can't see PSG slipping up against anyone bar maybe Monaco and Bordeaux, who they've got coming up. A win here sees us go a point ahead of Monaco. You can see our goal difference is 3 goals behind PSG now. So the +4 here is good, but we still do trail quite a lot. And we still need PSG to lose at least 1. Really, we're probably looking at them to drop a few more points. But it's a great little result for us, which I think we have every right to be happy with. Stavarace, man of the match performance for him. I mean, he's looking very, very good, isn't he? We signed him for 5 million. Right, Monaco, please. Please. They've won 2-1. They've won 2-1. Oh, they've come back from behind as well. They've come back from behind. 2-1 it finished. Goal in the 81st and 82nd minute. Tielemans and Ziyech with them. Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. So we have 2 games in hand. We currently trail them by 5 goals. We still have to win our next couple of games, but we have hope. Our next games are against Dijon in 14th, Montpellier in 10th, Cannes in 8th, Angers in 15th, Rennes in 15th. Oh, we've got to win these all convincingly, haven't we? We've just got to. It's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. I'm terrified. Whew, I need to remember to breathe. Right. Let's rest our players. Before we do anything else here, let's rest our players because there's some who are a little bit tired after that last game. But Stavarace, you're starting again, mate. Congrats. I don't know when PSG's next game is. We play on Wednesday 10th, then the 13th and the 15th. Ugh. I did not realise the fixtures were quite as congested as that. We've got 5 games in a week and a half. Ugh, that's not nice. That's really not nice. And they're all away from home. Who did this scheduling? Right. Let's just look at League here, shall we? So, PSG, when do you play your remaining 3 games? You play on the 10th, on the 13th and on the 20th. So you play when we play Dijon. Right, okay. So they do have a game this Wednesday. Oh my lord. I need like an oxygen mask. We're not even going to finish the season today, but I'm panicking about the season's end. Oh. Sorry, I'm just blowing on the mic. I'm kind of lost for words. I'm just thinking about how I want to do the end of the season in terms of episodes. And I'm kind of thinking that we maybe only do 1 more game today against Dijon, and then we do a bumper end to the season. All 4 of those games against Montpellier, Cannes, Angers and Rennes live. Just a week of football. And then the episode after that we do the finals. That makes the most sense to me, I think. I mean, there's pressure on us. We need a result against Dijon here. Cannes are in 8th and playing PSG. We've got Cannes to play as well, haven't we? Yeah, we play them on the 15th. Have they got fixture congestion or have they got a weekend off? They've got fixture congestion too. Okay, so the good news is it's probably going to affect a few of the teams we've got to play. I'm going to play the same team that played Marseille in that last game. I mean, how anticlimactic now is it if we just lose? Let's not do that. Let's make this go down to the wire. We had an epic title race. I think it was Season 3. It went down to the last game, and I think it was something like ourselves on 87 points, Monaco on 88, and PSG on 89. It was crazy. I didn't think we'd see something like that again. We are on the cusp of something like that again this year. Markovic, let's get the ball forward. Let's get an early goal, shall we, Gabels? Do it for me. Early on, we've had 11% of the ball. It's now 18%. I'm talking rubbish. I didn't realise we're only a minute and a half in. I just assumed some time had passed. Sunday with it. What can you do? I mean, is that a shot or a cross? Either way, it's almost ended up in, and I was getting FM14 flashbacks. I think it was FM14 where all the crosses would just go in. It was amazing. It was everyone's favourite football manager, let's be honest. Right, Aouar, bringing the ball forward here. All on his own, gets dispossessed by Mikel. Oh gosh, Silla is through. What are we doing? This is not what we needed. This is not what I planned. I just got to say, I do not understand. It's not good. It's not good. Why am I quoting High School Musical? I wish I knew. I mean, shout, demand more. It's an early shout. No one's reacted to it. I've done it too early. I mean, I'm sorry, boys. We're a goal down after 10 minutes. We're actually not doing anything with it either. Let's seize this game now. Could have brought back Monaco are down. I could have brought back the likes of Ndombele, but after our last game, I feel like all the players earned another chance to play here. Havertz with it, hits it. I don't know why the keeper's not reacted. Stavarace's got an assist. I did notice there that PSG have got a goal. Well, they've gone a goal ahead in their game. We've got to demolish Dijon here. We need to win by a few goals. PSG taking on Cannes. We've kind of got to go in that attitude of anything you can do, we can do better. I can only assume there that the keeper's been off-sighted there and just didn't see the shot get taken. Forced them into an early sub. I guess that's something. 35 minutes gone. We have settled into this game, so that's good to see. Going to demand more out of the players just to end this half. Can we get something before half-time? 3 minutes of added time. Vargas, please. Wrong side of the post. Since we've sold Chalas, we've not scored any free kicks. PSG have gone 2 goals ahead, so we have to win. We could do with winning by a few. They have got a number of yellow cards in their midfield, so I mean, if they could have a player sent off early on, that would help us. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy. I really can't afford Sunday to get sent off here, so I'm just going to take him off. Just thinking of what I want to do here. You know what? We'll play Havertz on the right, and then we're going to bring in Aouar. Wait, is Aouar not even on the bench? Did I not put Aouar on the bench? Oh, wait, no, he's starting at centre mid. Of course he is! I'm going crazy. Right, I've completely screwed up the team here in terms of what I wanted to do. I need to visualise it. I wanted to take off Sunday, so I can move Havertz onto the right. Could even swap him and Vargas around, but I'm not going to do that because Vargas has always played better on the other side. Then Lucas Romero comes in at box-to-box midfielder. I think I prefer them this way around, actually. So, yeah, I don't want to get a sending off, but at the same time, it'd be great to force them into something. It's a good time when you can take off a wonder kid and bring on a world-class midfielder in Lucas Romero. Gabels hasn't been particularly good so far in this game. Maulida sat there thinking, give me a chance, Gaffer. And you know what? You're going to get your chance. 2 goals last game. Half an hour left. We have to win. We have to win. I know I'm stating the obvious here. But we need to win. PSG are now winning 3-0. The goal difference is becoming more and more of an issue. A draw really doesn't help us out. Ball lumped forward here. Not all that convincingly. Can we force an error out of them at the back? No is the answer. Kassan gives away the ball to Lucas Romero. My commentary is all over the place here. I am actually nervous. There is a lot of pressure on us to get something here. Who is going to be the person to try and stand up and deliver? It could be the man. It is the man. He scored again. Stavarace, where have you been in my life? He scored again. He scored at a blooming again. Cometh the man, cometh the Staver, as the people say. Good little finish as well into the top corner. 2-1 now. I'm going to do another demand more. I'm just going to keep shouting demand more. Works 100% of the time, 99% of the time. By the way, they've done nothing in this second half. Like, they've been very, very underwhelming. Monaco have gone back ahead. I've said they've been underwhelming and a highlight starts. I'm starting to gouge out my own eyes because I have a horrible feeling I know what's about to happen. Please stop, Football Manager. And breathe. Silla's picked up a knock. They've already used all their changes, so that's a problem for them. I'm going to take off Vargas for Trincao here. Trincão's been good at delivering from corners and stuff. If we get a corner, maybe he could help us score. Ultimately, a win is the main thing, and a win is what we are going to get. Stavarace, you have bailed us out again, my friend. 2-1. We've come back from behind, and you know what? It's not as good as PSG's win, but the most important thing here was to get the win, to apply some pressure. I think, yeah, Monaco ended up winning against Bordeaux 3-2. So our goal difference is now 7 goals different, but we have got 2 games in hand against PSG. They have got to play Bordeaux and Sochaux in their last 2 games. Bordeaux are 5th. Sochaux, the team that we managed last year in Football Manager, who could already be relegated. I'm not sure. Are they already relegated? They're on the cusp of being relegated. They could be the team that we're relying on to bail us out. Hashtag narrative. What more could you want? What more could you want? I mean, I need to lay down. He's got a goal and assist, Stavarace. Like, where? You got an 8.1 last game. The game before that, you got a 9.5. And the game before that, you got a 8.8. He's doing pretty blooming good, isn't he, at the moment? He's doing pretty good. And even before that, you got 2 goals against Toulouse. Albeit in a game against, I guess, a team in the league below us. Right. I need to lay down. I need to have a rest. Next episode, we'll be back. And we'll be finishing the season. We have 4 games left. They're all big ones. They're all going to matter. I hope to see you guys next episode. And then the episode after that, it's the Europa League and the French Cup final. We could still do the treble. But the league is out of our hands. We have to just grind out result after result after result. I mean, that is exactly what we are going to hope we can do next time out. PSG, who have you got to play? I've already checked it 2 minutes ago. They've got Bordeaux and they've got Sochaux. Bordeaux, we need a favour. We need a favour and we need it badly. Right, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. And yeah, that is all from me today. It is me, Jack. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. I'm out.